Okay. So it's been a while since I streamed, and it appears I don't have a camera working. Uh-oh. Huh. Let's go to properties. USB live camera, yes. Custom maybe? Oh, there we go. Oh, why am I so big? Jesus Christ. Vertically. Nope, wrong way. Oh well. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna quickly move myself down to the corner because I don't like seeing myself that big on screen. It's kind of weird. And yes, I have changed a lot since you guys have probably seen me last. Because life's been interesting. Let's just say that. I've been working a lot, so I cut my hair because I hated putting it up in a hairnet and out of the way and all that. So it's like, F it. Bye, long hair. Time to go short hair. Besides, I'm going through some life stuffs. Figuring out who I am and such, and stuff I really haven't like thought about at all since maybe grade 9 or 10, because you tend to put that aside when life gets in the way. Anyways, let's get some music going because I'm kind of boring to hear all the time, and I know I'm not going to talk constantly for the entire time that I'm on here. So I'm just going to quickly go to this account and go to where's Twitch Safe Music? There's Twitch Safe Music. And I'm just going to put it on shuffle. Okay. Let's turn that up a little bit. I hope you guys can hear me. I'll full screen this. We're going to go back to Grammarly. Why didn't that full screen? There we go. Let me just quickly open up my Twitch. Oh, there's actually people viewing. Hi! Sorry, it's been a while since I've been online. It's just life. Feel free to chat. I'll be watching it rather closely because, I don't know. Yes, a Pokemonster, hello. Yeah, I've just kind of been literally just working and I guess writing more so than playing games. And yeah. Also, I got a new NASA shirt and I'm obsessed with it now. And it's funny because I've actually been working on a story that takes place or that takes place in space. Yeah. I don't know how long this stream is gonna be. I hope it's longer than an hour, but oh, focus. But yeah. I'm gonna try and get back into streaming again. It is just a hobby for me. So, just like any of my hobbies, I know I will neglect them for a while, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking this story back up after a long time. I'm sorry. To be fair, this is my first like actual day off in like 3 weeks, so I kind of get the mood. Yeah. I just hope you're not in like a hotel room using data or that. I'm sorry if you are. Yeah. So, where was I? I gotta reread this just so I can understand where I am. You just find it funny. Honestly, I feel like most of the time my schedule, like, for busy people, I end up matching up with them so often. It's like, we just like, look at each other. I'm like, how'd you get a day off? And then they look at me and be like, how did you get a day off? And I'm just like, shrugs. I made the schedule that way. Oh, but yeah. So anyways, I've currently been obsessed with Danny Phantom. I know it's an old show. Why aren't you focusing? Come on. Maybe if I hit some light on. It'll focus. There we go. Yeah, I've been currently obsessed with, like, Danny Phantom and Batman series, like, way too much. So, any downtime I've gotten, I've just kind of absorbed content. Also, I have an idea in mind, and I don't know if it's a great... Wait, what did I just hit it on? No? Okay, we're good. Anyways, I don't know if it's a great idea or not, but I'm planning on doing a little farewell story and art piece for Technoblade, but I don't know if I should, because, yeah, I don't know. I'm into some weird fandoms, and I write some weird stuff. It's all safe for work. It's just disturbing. Oh yes, I got to. I forgot about that entirely. Because I just haven't really been on Discord in so long. One second. Finding my... There's that. Copy. Start streaming. At streams, please. I am just chatting, catching up, and writing. Kinda. Okay, there we go. I posted the notification. Back to Streamlabs so I can read. Thank you for reminding me, by the way, because I'm not gonna lie, I totally would have forgot. But yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about, because it's always like, I don't know, I'm trying not to, like, get upset, because yesterday I spent, like, a good chunk of my day just crying, because I'm not gonna lie, I was crying before the Technoblade news came out, and then the Technoblade news came out, and I was just a disaster. I'm fine today, I promise! But yeah. I don't know. I want to do a little farewell thing, but I'm not sure what exactly yet or how I'm going to do it. I could draw it, I could animate it. I know, I know. I'm sorry. Like I've said, this is a hobby, so whenever the heck I get around to it. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't seen Toby online forever. I wonder how he's doing, because he's always the one normally nagging me. But then again, he's recently moved to Canada, and I think he's still adjusting, so who knows. But yeah. I was actually thinking, I don't know if I should do this, because I know my audience likes Minecraft more so. But I've recently gotten, what's it called again? Project Zomboid. And I've been playing around with it a little bit. I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm trying. I was debating, maybe I should start playing that on stream and seeing how many... Oh, hey, the Madras returns. How's it going? I was just wondering if you guys would want to watch me do Project Zomboid or something like that. I don't know, though. And because I know it's probably going to come, I've got a huge container of water today. Oh, I should probably fix my Nightbot, because I don't think that code works anymore. Now I'm thinking about it. Does the sound alert still work? Because I haven't kept up with that in a while. Blurp sound effects. I'm gonna try using a bonk. Yep, they still work. Kind of. Try Sky Factory 4. What's Sky Factory 4? I'm confused. Yeah, I could just load up my Steam. We can look for... Oh, the mod packs? Is that for Project Zomboid? Or is that a Minecraft thing? Because I can't mod for anything. How's it going? The real salties? Is that how you pronounce that? I think so. I'm hoping so. Anyways. if I'm actually horrible at modding, so unfortunately. Oh, so sweet. Normally if I get anyone to do mods, I get my brother to, but he doesn't live close to me. It's a couple hours away. So I'd have to get him to help me with mods. Do right, but I don't know what's right. Honestly, when I write, I just start with random drabble and hope whatever it comes out of. Okay. I just start with random drabble via either some kind of random fan fiction, or I go for a scroll on Tumblr and find what I want. Focus. Come on. Wait, did that just take my camera away? Whoa, weird. Alright. There we go, focused. I'm currently writing mini Danny fan fictions, because it's just what I've been into. So, I don't know. I don't know how many people actually still use Tumblr, but that's where I get a lot of my writing prompts from, where I just go and I'll search up writing prompts for said fandom and then pick one and go. Yeah. Also, I've been like really interested in space as of late, which is weird for me because I haven't been since I was like 8 years old. And so I've just been like, okay, Danny Phantom, space, and Batman all in the same universe. Go. My hair looks more blonde on camera. That's weird. Oh well. Also, it's reversed, so when I flick this to the left, or when I flick to the right with my left hand, it looks like I'm doing that with my right hand. It's so weird. I'm not used to that yet. So I guess that's how people see me. Alright, so maybe I haven't like written in a while. I think I have to actually go through and reread what I was writing previously to actually understand where I'm at. When I first used Tumblr, it was during the heyday of Tumblr. So and then I left when they had the whole ban on stuff on Tumblr, and then after that, I just ended up back on it again because I was really bored one day, and I said I was never gonna do it, but then I logged back into my old account, discovered that almost everything I posted got deleted, and then decided to start anew. Which, thankfully, everything got deleted because that was absolute cringe. I'm actually gonna put a sweater on because it's cold in here. Ignore my mess. I haven't cleaned in like a day or two, so. And I'm dog sitting and everything just got pulled out. Okay. So I think I need to find some spacey copy right. Wait, did I spell that right? No, I did not. Right. I don't know if this is going to get me in trouble or not. I hope not, but it's what I listen to pretty regularly. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and reread. I'll do it aloud too, so you guys can actually like hear the story. You don't have to actually read it on screen, because yeah. Tumblr, we're worse in Facebook. Will get you in you least expect, especially when you swore you'd never use it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Honestly, I said I wasn't gonna go back on Facebook, and I haven't been back on in like I don't know how long. But yeah, Tumblr. I was gone for like, oh god. So I only went on probably around Christmas. So from when I left on 2017 to Christmas 2021. That's the longest time I've stayed off of Tumblr since I started using Tumblr. But yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Now I'm gonna make you guys cringe by me reading aloud. It's been a while since I've read anyone any stories. Let's just turn my music down so I can actually hear myself so I don't stutter nearly as much. So, this is a Danny Phantom, Batman, and regular DCU universe fanfiction. Do I have any additional tags that I need to actually say? Oh, there are original character deaths, but I don't think it's in these chapters. It's in up-and-coming chapters, I think. Because I plan stories out pretty far ahead, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm pretty freaking blind, so I'm gonna have to zoom in a bit. Chapter 1. Oh, what? No, it's all good. I am just as bad as you, hence using Grammarly to write in, because half the time most of the stuff I write is just random nonsensical drabble that it makes no sense until I throw it into something that fixes my sentences. That's just how I am regularly. Okay, so getting to the launch. University graduation came fast. By going through NASA's Space Cadet program went even faster. I wasn't emotionally ready for this career, but I knew I was ready. Danny, this is amazing. I'm so proud of you, Sam said with excitement over the phone. I know you are. But this 2-week quarantine before leaving Earth is agonizing. Anyways, am I on speaker? I asked since I can hear the echo. Yes, you are. Danny, I cannot be any prouder of my little brother. Don't you worry. I'm safe and sound. Oh, your old boss at Arkham says congratulations, by the way. Jazz practically smiles for her voice. Tell him I said hi, then. Honestly, I can't believe Bruce Wayne offered to pay for all of my schooling. I should call him or Jason. I fidget with my charging cable. I just did that in a voice that I wasn't expecting for him, but I was going to use that for Jason, but oh well. No need to call me. Jazz invited me over before we got a call from you, said Jason in a calm voice. Oh, hi, hey! Jason, how are ya? I say, surprised. He's good. Anyways, Danny, my phone is at 2%. I'll call you back later. I love you, Sam says, cutting Jason off. Oh, okay, I love you too. I'm gonna take a nap now. I say the last bit as I hear the end of the call. Sam seems kind of mad. What did I do? I think to myself. I focus again and put my phone to sleep as I focus again and put my phone to sleep as I get up for some water. Bruh, that was just word jumbo. What was I thinking? Anyways. Hey, Danny, you want to come play chess with me? My commander Jensen asks as he motions for me to come over. Sure, but it's been a while since I played. I may be a bit rusty. I chuckle as I walk over. Nonsense. I've seen you play with the other recruits back in training. This is gonna be fun. He laughs. Some time passes. Those 2 weeks flew by so fast. It was launch day. We got the all clear from medical and our final briefing before we saw the media and headed out to the launch pad. He left the lobby, heading into the conference area where we were in a bubbled room with dozens of cameras pointed at us. Then there was the spokesperson, Jack Spengel, at the podium, ready for his speech. He introduced the commander first, then the rest of us. This is Commander Jensen, Flight Specialist Patterson, Dr. Wright, or Dr. Maxon, Dr. Sides, Dr. Neville, and Dr. Vela. These men and women are going to be the crew preparing the International Space Station for its new biology lab that the Starliner shuttle will be bringing up with them. He motions to all of us while introducing us. I realized they changed my name for the public. Would have been nice for the heads up, but I guess, well, I'm going by Vela now. I tuned out the rest of his speech, thinking about how this was going to go. Also, being named after a star, after a constellation, is really cool. I noticed Dr. Maxon tapping on my shoulder. She nudges me with her chin forward. I realized we started walking, and I was just so distracted. Following the others out of the building towards the NASA shuttle van, smiling and waving at the press as we go along. Once we get inside, and my coworkers start relaxing back in the van, starts moving. I need a drink. Ah! What did I just yeet across the floor? Okay, that's something I don't want to yeet. Okay, where was I? Did I scroll? I can't remember if I scrolled. Okay. So ready for your first flight, Vela? Jensen questions. Hell yes! Also, honestly, I'm happy they chose a constellation for my name. I just wish they gave me a heads up. I say, not realizing my growing smile as I start speaking. Danny, your childish side is showing again. Wright chuckles. Before anyone else starts speaking, I realize the van has stopped. Well, I guess it's time to load up, Jensen stated. We all got out and onto the landing pad. Had a team huddle and a final briefing before suiting up. It was a bit it was about overwhelming one sec. Oh, I messed up there. That's a spelling error that I think I should probably correct. It's been up for like a month and a half now. Oh well. It's a bit overwhelming. 1 second I was shaking hands and hugging my coworkers. The next I was in a flight suit and sitting in the passenger seat of the Starliner. I focused on the voices going over the final checks on the radio. Then the countdown started, and I thought my heart was racing. But I realized no. It's finally at a normal resting heart rate. 3, 2, Dr. Sides grabbed my hand. 1, blast off! The force was intense. Okay. So, For those who probably don't know Danny Phantom, he's half dead. So I decided to write him as if his heart's like a way slower pace than normal, but yeah. Oh well. This is cringe, and I know it's cringe, but I'm having fun reading and chatting if anyone actually wants to chat. Apparently my Tumblr is going nuts because I just made a bunch of posts right before this. Anyways. Oh yeah, I'm not good at naming chapters. If anyone has any advice, please let me know, because I am garbage at it. Considering this chapter is just literally named Kaboom! That sucked. Anyways. I felt the skin on my face pull tight, like the time I was in the centrifuge. I know this can be nothing to me if I tap into my abilities, but I decide to try and look as normal as possible. I hold Dr. Sides' hand back since she seems tense. Which made sense. We were basically riding a barely controlled pipe bomb. Other than the commander talking to Mission Control, the only thing we hear is the roar of the intense rockets below us. Suddenly, Mission Control stops giving us updates, and something seemed off. Alright, Houston. Preparing for throttle up and switching to second stage, Commander Jensen said, and waited for a response. None came. We looked at each other, which was a mistake because the sudden head movement made some of us very queasy. Commander, something doesn't sound right below us. I think we may have a fuel leak, Patterson says with concern. Then we get a response. Do not throttle up. Start emergency shuttle eject. You have flames coming from the left SRB. Eject the shuttle now. The voice on the radio seemed panicked. By the way, an SRB is short for Solid Rocket Booster, for those who don't know short terms for NASA stuff. Anyways. In that instant, it went to bullet time. I realized it was too late for the shuttle to eject. I felt the shockwave hit the shuttle. Without thinking, I went ghost and started turning the shuttle intangible. My crew screamed from the sudden flash of light, but I stayed focused. But once the commander realized he wasn't already dead, he instantly got to the controls, making sure the ship got on course for an emergency landing. About a minute went by, and I tried dropping the intangible act. My powers exhausted. I turned human, and this time everyone noticed the light came from me. Danny, what the actual fuck was that? Neville shouted. Everyone's panic was interrupted. Starliner, this is Houston. Come in, Starliner. The voice wavered, as if the man was crying. Houston, this is Commander Jensen. We managed to disengage in time, and we're needing emergency runway 1 clear for landing. Jensen lied smoothly as he glided the shuttle back towards the runway. We all now could see the launch pad and the runway come back into view. Crew trucks were scrambling to get out of the way. Starliner, you are clear to land. We all held our breaths at this point. We're coming in far too fast. Suddenly, Patterson pushed Jensen out of the way of the controls. Taking over, he acted the emergency air brakes and dropped the landing gear for extra drag. We all watched as Jensen seemed to be frozen for a second before taking a... okay, I need water. I'm starting to stutter, and that's horrible. Okay, where was I? I'm just going to reread that line. We all watched as Jensen seemed to be frozen for a second before taking the seat that was Patterson's. Dr. Wright said softly, partial incapac. I cannot say this word. Partial incapacitated due to high work stress load. Yes. While the others still glared at me with concern. Guess I have some explaining to do once we are safe, I say with embarrassment. The shuttle made contact with the cement halfway down the runway. I felt the instant pullback from the parachute's opening. Patterson pulled the landing gear brakes in all the way as he sped towards the end of the paved area. We flew halfway into the open field before coming to a bumpy stop. Everyone sat quietly for a second before Patterson radioed, "Successful emergency landing? Question mark?" "Sit tight. The rescue team will be there momentarily," the man said, relieved. I unbuckled myself and leaned forward with my head in my hands. Well, that sucked. Yes, or Danny, yes, that fucking sucked. Maxon started wanting to say something, but then just found himself in agreement. Are any of us feeling like you're gonna puke? Wright asked queasily. Yes, Jensen commented. The cabin door opens, and the medic waved at us. If you could walk, please board the unloading bay. If you cannot, we can come get you out. She smiled. Sides was the first out, followed by me and then the rest of the crew. We all take a seat on the benches in the loading vehicle. While we are on our way back, the recovery crew helps us out of our flight suits. None of us talking as we are taken back to the base for medical examination. Maxon and Wright cried on the way back. Jensen hung. Okay, I did do a spelling error there as well. Hung his head in shame. We unload the. Oh my God, I'm stuttering. We unload the mobile landing bay, and we're walked directly to the medical area, where we're taken to private rooms immediately. I walk into the room, and there's a doctor and a nurse were already waiting. I guess they wanted to examine me first. I take a seat on the exam table. So, Mr. Vela, we think the sensors in your suit may have been faulty, the doctor says, leaning in. The nurse looks up from his tablet. The vitals that were relayed back couldn't belong to any living human. She wore a grave expression. Can I hear what you recorded? I ask as I fidget on the table. The effects of adrenaline now long gone, the tiredness starting to set in. Danny, we recorded your body temperature dropping to negative 183 degrees centigrade and a sudden cease of heart rate, as well as a breathing rate and oxygen level, or blood oxygen saturation that no human can live at. Dr. Fraser said with concern. I read their name tags. Yes, that doesn't sound right, but other than about shaken, I feel fine. Or a bit shaken. Why did it change to about? Oh well, I think actually Grandma doesn't like the way I type a bit. I smile nervously. We still have to run some tests, Nurse Jones says as he walks across the floor, or the room. Well, I feel fine, but I'll do whatever test you need. I relax back into the chair, thinking to myself that my vitals are more likely to come back to the normal My vitals are more likely to come back to the normal we deemed for me before this attempted mission. I watched Nurse Jones walk over with the clipboard. So since you don't have any physical injuries or complaints, Dr. Fraser here is going to take your heart rate, body temperature, and then we will take your blood oxygen percentage. That will consist of 2 small needle pricks, and one in your ear and the other one in your wrist. I promise it isn't that bad, Jones says as he looks over at Dr. Fraser. That sounds alright. And yes, I don't have any complaints. Honestly, not that I'm... Now that I'm on the ground, I could use a nap. I grin at the end, laughing nervously. Don't worry, Danny. We will make this fast. Now let's get started. First, I'll take your temperature, and then I'm just going to listen to your heart and breathing now. Oh, excuse me. Fraser says as he runs the temp probe over my forehead, and then after he writes down a number, he puts the stethoscope in his ears. I sit still as he slides his hand up and under my shirt and moves the cold medical instrument over my back and then over my chest, instructing me to breathe in and out a few times. Well, Danny, if it wasn't you, I would say you should go get your heart checked, and say maybe check if you have pneumonia, but you sound the same since we last examined you. Honestly, I'm still astonished that this is just the way you are. Fraser puts his stethoscope back around his neck. Jones shoots Fraser a look that could kill. What? Fenton here knows I'm not trying to be mean or that. I've been his doc since he ended up on this team, Fraser says in retaliation. Don't worry, Jones. I can tell when he's serious versus when I just freak him out. I say, doing an elbow nudge towards my doctor, not actually touching him, of course. Well, yeah, that time you held your breath for 4 minutes just to prove to me that you can was pretty freaky, he laughs. Well, anyways, I'm going to take your oxygen level, or your blood oxygen now. It's also going to show some other things that should come back normal. We are more so just trying to make sure. Alright, make sure we know your suit was just faulty. Or you didn't sustain any injuries that you might not have noticed internally from the G-force. He says preparing a small device that looks kind of like a diabetic sugar test. Well, ready when you are. I need you to lean your head to the left so I can get access to the back of your ear, he explains. I feel like the mini feed is like completely off because there's no way I had someone follow me a day ago. I haven't done a stream in like 3 months. Oh, anyways. Actually, if you guys like this fanfiction reading, I could do this more often. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying this, but at the same time, it is just my work, so I'm more so just rereading it so I know where I am, so I can actually start writing it again. Which, I'm just so happy this isn't like a 14 chapter story that, yeah, I have another story that's like 14 chapters that if I take a break for any more than like a month, I have to go and reread the entire thing so I can figure out where I am. Okay, so where was I? I nod and turn my head for them. They give me a warning and I feel a little prick on my ear, shortly followed by them asking for my left wrist. I hold my arm out and they find the vein and push the needle in. It stings for a second, but I barely notice it. It literally only took a few seconds. Well, it's always faster than you'd expect, Jones laughs. Huh. Jones, can you pass me the clipboard? I want to compare it to his prior examination. Fraser says with mild concern, "Oh, sure." Jones passes it over. Fraser takes it and got down, Fraser takes it and got down the new numbers, as well as appears to read it over. Speaking of freaking me out, Danny, I forgot how your results were basically on the cusp of livable last time. Also, they haven't changed that much. Your blood pH is still 6.8, and your SpO2 is 89%, which is better than last time somehow. Danny, I still think you might have some kind of condition that we just don't have enough research for. But you're functioning just fine, so it seems to keep up even though. Wait, 1 minute. I just word salad. And seem to keep up and even outperform most of your colleagues. If it wasn't for getting the all clear from a team of doctors beforehand, your SpO2 being better, I would have hospitalized you, Dr. Fraser says with a concerned but strict voice. He was rather harsh, but even I know those stats suggest I shouldn't even be awake right at the moment. So I understand. Stop dinging! That's a lot of notifications. Jesus Christ. She said tomorrow. Okay. I really should not. I made a new Tumblr right before this, and I posted a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Sorry for all the dings. I totally forgot where I am. Oh. Well, I'll have Jones walk you out. I need to put these in your medical log. And I'm sure they would like to debrief your team now. Doc says, walking over to his computer. Let's go, Danny. Also, I'm sorry we startled you. It's just your vitals are concerning. If it were anyone else, I doubt they would be awake, Jones says as he adjusts his medical mask. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's part of the reason I avoided doctors before joining up with NASA. I laugh getting up and following him to the door. Honestly, well too eager to leave the boring white room that's just far too bright. Jones opens the door for me. I just wish we could figure out what was causing your condition, he says sadly. Don't worry, I'm fine. I promise. I laugh nervously. Walking out, I see all my coworkers are waiting out in the hallway. Apparently I'm the last one out. With them, the head technician and multiple higher-ups are waiting for them. Oh, good. Mr. Fenton, you're finally joining us. We are just heading into the conference room for a debrief. Kathy Luders, the head associate administrator for space operations, says as she starts walking over to the large conference room down the hall. I follow behind, since some of my crew members gave me weird looks. Walking into the room, it was large, the floor was gray carpet, and it looked like your typical conference room in any government agency. Walking around the table, I find the spot with my name on it and sit down. We didn't waste any time setting into the room before we had to start the debrief. Commander Jensen was going over how everything was going normally before the emergency happened. So, when I had gotten to the do not throttle up response, I had gone into a state of panic, I think. since it was followed up by a bright light, but we had gotten free of the explosion somehow. Honestly, I don't remember disengaging the shuttle from the fuel tank or the SRBs, but I do remember taking the emergency glider. I do remember taking the emergency glider landing gear procedures. He continues to speak until he froze for a second, almost if he was hit with a shockwave. Everyone noticed the tears welling up in his eyes. I froze up, and honestly, the rest is fuzzy. He takes a seat, and someone hands him a box of tissues. I'm sorry you had to revisit it, but we need to know, Kathy says confidently. If I may speak, Flight Tech Patterson stands as he speaks up. Oh my god, I can't speak. Ah. Oh well. Anyways. Okay, so there's Flight Tech Patterson stands as he speaks up. Kathy and the others nod. I had taken over the controls when I saw Commander Jensen freeze up, as if he was lost what to do. He goes over the landing of the shuttle. After they have spoken, some of the others in the room take a moment to write down and drink some water. If I may, I would like to talk about another incident happened as well right before the explosion occurred. Dr. Neville says, standing up and looking over at me. No one says anything, but he continues to speak anyways. So during the time of the explosion, the temperature dropped in the cockpit by at least 10 degrees centigrade, as well as a near blinding flash of light. Then there was debris literally flying through the ship and us. He sighs before continuing. Then, once we were at a safe distance, the flash of light happened again, but as well as the room gained in warmth. I had noticed at this point the light originated from Dr. Fenton. He looks at me with more confusion. The rest of the crew that saw me awaited my response. Would you like to explain from your perspective, Dr. Fenton? Kathy asks, tilting her head. Okay, so that's where I am. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. First things first, I feel like I should just change what my Twitch thing says at the moment, because right now I'm not really... What's it called? Channel. I'm not really chatting with very many people at the moment. I'm just kind of reading and writing. Come on. Creator board, stream manager. I'm a little out of practice. I'm not going to lie. Edit stream information. Writing/reading fanfiction. Okay, there we go. There's that. Oh my god, that's a lot of Tumblr notifications. What did I do? Yeah. Holy shit. Sorry, I just noticed I got like 40 new followers within the last hour, and I don't know why or how. Oh well. That aside, back to where was I? So, how many? Okay, this is half of what I would oh wait, no, it's not. It's like 1/4 of a chapter. Damn it. Okay. So I guess I left off of a little bit of stuff. Not much stuff, but, yeah. Taking the name Vela. Let's, I'm gonna have to read aloud what I'd written previously, because it's been a long time. Okay, so carrying off from where I left off. So technically this would be chapter 4. Wait, how many, that's not a lot of words. I guess I haven't been really making this, like, my average size chapters. But, huh. Wait. What about my other current one that's, like, got, like, 3 or 4 chapters? How many chapters? 3? That one's got 3. Okay, so I have been really slacking on making sure my chapters are actually up to, like, the size I normally would want to make them. Okay. You know what? F it. It's just for funsies. Alright. So I'm going to read aloud this, what I've written so far, and then I'm going to figure out what the hell I'm going to write. Because this is the one that I did not plan very well, or at all. I just kind of started writing and went with it. I start explaining from my perspective everything that has happened thus far. I watch their faces as I speak. The room seems so tense, even, for an office space after a severe accident, leaving out any and all ghostly things that I had done. But I knew it was going to come out sooner or later. But I'd rather it not in a huge conference room that is being written down and recorded for the reports. Or written down and recorded for the records. That's what I meant to say. Whoopsies. I just realized I'm, like, jiggling the heck out of my desk. Oops. My shirt's, like, sliding down. I don't like that feeling. Okay. I realize everyone in the room is looking kind of, how to say, disappointed in me? Well, it's time to go over the footage from the inside of the cockpit and from the ground. Kathy says as she opens her laptop and starts the smartboard at the end. Wait. So I don't stutter as much. Okay. Kathy says as she opens her laptop, and the smartboard at the end of the tables flickers to life. I feel my gut churn, as this situation could go horribly for me. Both my crewmates, Dr. Neville and Patterson, are looking at me like I'm an alien at this point. Miss Sides is looking at me with sorry puppy dog eyes. Everyone else had focused on the paused footage on the screen. The footage starts out normally. It showed us loading and waiting patiently for liftoff. The looks of excitement on our faces and the preparations for the launch. It didn't have any audio, thankfully. Okay, so where the heck am I going to go from here? Okay, so going back over to the other stuff. Just before it explodes in... Alright. This is normally when I Google explosions and come up with an idea of what would happen to the camera. Okay. Didn't have any audio, thankfully. Okay, skip ahead, make a new paragraph. It showed... Okay, it showed the look of concern cross over our face. faces. Okay, it showed the look of concern cross over our faces as we realize something has gone horribly wrong. Then it switches to static. And flickers distorted images of the cockpit and crew. You cannot... Wait. Oh, wait. I have an idea. What if it shows Danny kind of like overlaying himself? Like, you know how he's got his human form and his ghost form? That'd be an interesting way for cameras to pick him up. Okay, I got that. Sorry, images of the cockpit and crew. You could... see, Danny, but it looked like there were two people in the same spot. Oh yeah, let's check this alert. But yes, I know it's messed up. Okay, so oh god, there's an earwig. No. Die. Okay, it's dead. Jesus Christ. I wish that was like a spider or a house centipede. I can handle those. Earwigs? Nope. Okay. It showed the look of concern cross over our faces as we realized something has gone horribly wrong. Then it switches to static and flickers distorted images of the cockpit and crew. You could see Danny, but it looked like there was two people in the same spot. Or there. Nope. Still doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? But it looked like there were. I don't want to get premium. Oh well. I'll fix my stool as I'm sliding down. There we go. I'm tall again. I could just lower my desk, but where's the fun in that? Plus this chair is awesome. I can do weird stuff like this. Sorry, being a child. People in the same spot. I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess I could go scroll through Tumblr. Would you be interested in watching that? I doubt it. Do I have new comments? There's 11 comments. What's there? I love astronaut Danny. Oh, yeah, me too. Okay, yeah. Oh wait, no. I'm actually. Should I work that in? Someone says hell yeah. Also, absolutely, I'm happy they chose a constellation for my name. It just wish they gave me a heads up. I say, not realizing as my smile grows as I've been speaking. Why is Danny being addressed as a different name now? Is it related to why Sam is upsetting with him? Actually, I should make it that. Because she's stubborn and sometimes actually says with words why there's no. She's too stubborn. Okay, because she's too stubborn sometimes to actually say with words why there's no way he would have figured it out in this time frame. Danny gets to achieve his dream of being an actual astronaut. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess actually that would be a good way of doing it. If they were addressing him to the public as Dr. Vela before he even knew he was going to be called Vela, that'd be very understandable of why Sam would be mad, because basically he's just abandoning his family name, but he had no idea that was going to happen. Alright. That's a great idea. Yeah, I know. I basically just took a comment and just stole the idea and twisted it a bit and made it my own little, like... But honestly, that's how my entire Invisible Menace series started, was just shenanigans. Someone commented about something I made a joking passing in another story, and then I was like, yeah, sure, they could know each other from past and Sam be involved, and somehow it's all Sam's fault, because another story with John Constantine and that. Okay. Before I get completely and utterly sidetracked, I probably got another half hour before I have to log off, because I do have to sleep tonight because I open the store tomorrow, and yeah. Oh, I forgot I'm babysitting a dog, and I just got scared by the sounds of a dog. Sup, pupper? I got a baby gate in my doorway. He's not going to be able to come in here. Okay. Okay, then... normal. Then it shows another bright flash of light, and the footage goes back to normal. Oops, excuse me. Wait. Before... Alright, backing up a minute. It's like, you could see Danny, but it looked like there were two people in the same spot before video footage for the video cut out entirely. It came back online. Then it shows another bright flash of light, and the footage goes back to normal, showing the emergency landing. And the evacuation. Yeah, I know. I spelled both, you know. Not execution, no! That would be very wrong. I don't know how, when I make a spelling error, Grammarly can interpret my misspelling of evacuation as execution and evacuation. That's mildly concerning, considering how often something like that happens. Anyways. After the video ends, the room is still silent. And everyone... Okay, slightly dying. I'm okay, I promise. Kind of. Not really. No. No, I'm actually slightly hungover, because last night I was drinking with friends. For various reasons. Okay, anyways. The room was still silent, and everyone looked at Danny with a shocked expression. Except Dr. Sides. She's like one of my little characters I insert to every single story just for shenanigans' sake. She is a multi-dimensional, multi-universe creature. I say creature very lovingly because she is a menace. It's just kind of like my little self-insert character. Kind of. Who looks impressed. Okay, who would be most likely on this team to actually know Danny Phantom? Or Danny Phantom, not Danny Fenton. That's stupid. Back. I guess Jack Spangle could be there. Actually, let's make it one of the crew members that says it. You know what? A flight specialist seems like they would be a nerd, so I feel like flight specialist Patterson would be the one to know. Yeah, that sounds about right. Or Dr. Wright. But his name sounds like someone who would be in the Guys in White group. GIW? I can't remember what it is at the moment. Ghost Investigation Ward. That's what it is. I just couldn't remember the short form for some freaking reason. The silence was broken by flight specialist wait, no, it's not Jensen, is it? What was his name again? Patterson. How do I spell that? I will just copy and paste. Alright, there we go. By flight specialist Patterson. Holy shit. You're Phantom. He looks surprised and overwhelmed by this discovery. Alright, now I'm overheating. What the heck? I'm gonna try and make it to 600 words before I decide to log off, because yeah, because adding 300 words to a story in one day, it's a little bit of progress. Plus, I'm probably going to actually work on another story after this, but yeah, it's a little more graphic. It's not. It's safe for work. It's just got a lot of serial killer stuff and murder mystery bullshit. It's just, yeah. Anyways, he looks surprised and overwhelmed by this discovery. The room was now bustling with noise. Danny backed up from his seat while everyone started to question him. Should I make sides to rescue him? Because she's also a half ghost. But not to the extent with Danny. It could make her pull Danny through the floor. No, I gotta think about that one. Which means I'm at an impasse at the moment. Also, I'm gonna have to make a poll in a certain Discord group where everyone's now like low-key, just like, what the heck is going on? Why did someone just start a thread called Drink Shenanigans? Oh wait, it's the ectoplasm thing. Oh boy. Oh. I don't know. Oh wait, that stupid idea got like 6 likes. Why? Sorry, I'm just really easily distracted right now. Also, holy shit, I'm like sunburnt. What the fuck? Anyways. Danny backed up from the seat while everyone started to question him. I'll just write it in for now, and then if people decide they don't like it, I will just change the character that rescued him. Heck, Jason's in this. Jason's not explained half goats in this story, but the one that was prior to this, because this is part of a series. I'm planning to make him half ghosts. I guess I could have Jason rescue him, but their relationship is tense. Or at least how I have it set up to be is tense. But yeah, I'm kind of writing the series like all at once, and it's got 3 different stories in the series. And all of them are being written almost simultaneously. I'm having like one chapter of one come out, then a chapter of another one come out, and so on and so forth. So everyone's just kind of getting snippets of this time, because I've been playing with like multiverse timeline stuff for a while in my head and on Tumblr, and I decided, you know, let's just make it actually a thing. And no, we're not gonna fall apart, chair. Why did a bolt just go out? Yeah, I decided to make it actually a thing and write it. I will do some drawings for it eventually. It's just, who's got time for that? Also, yes, I am wearing basically a Danny Phantom outfit, except for no jeans, because my jeans are all dirty. It's depressing. I've low-key become one heck of a nerd over the last few months. Even more so than I already was. But I've completely lost this train of thought now. Maybe I should have stopped talking and just decided to write it, damn it. Alright, anyways. I'm basically giving you guys the crazy gramble I normally give my my fiance when I'm like writing, but he's currently halfway across the country on a little adventure of his own. And I have no one here to torture with my ramblings, so I am torturing you guys. I'm sorry. Not. Nope. Anyways. Everyone's starting to question him. Doctor Sides suddenly grabs his... Should I make her violent doing this? Or should I just have her, like, grab his arm? Or should I make it, like, grab his shirt and pushes him through a wall type deal? I'm gonna do the violent one. I think I'm gonna do the violent one. 'Cause chaos. Alright. Suddenly grabs his shirt collar. And wait, I spelled collar wrong. Collar? No, collar. I think that's right. I don't know. If not, I'll check it over a little bit. I'm just too tired for that. It's getting late. If you're wondering what time it is, it's like 11:30 and I have to be up for like 6. So this is a mistake. But oh well. Okay, suddenly grabs his shirt collar and a wave of intangibility passes over him. Okay. And he is shoved through a wall. Finding himself. What would be on the other side of this wall? Alright, so doctors, offices, and hallway. This is like the return unit area. Probably some random rooms for like offices and stuff like that, and debriefs. What if it's bathrooms? Oh! He gets pushed into the ladies' washroom. Let's go! Finding himself in the ladies' restroom. Where many staff members run out screaming. Are many female? Yeah, let's add the word female staff members to make it more dramatic. I spelled intangibility wrong. I think that's right now. Yeah, I spelled it right that time. There we go. Yeah, don't worry about your spelling errors and grammar and stuff like that night. Trust me, if you've seen all the stuff that my phone goes and what the heck most of the time, you would understand. It's not as bad as you expect. Your grammar on that. Mine's awful. But to be fair, sometimes the funniest stuff comes out of my awful grammar. I don't know how and I don't know why, it just happens. It's getting hot in here. I have to turn the AC back on soon. Staff member. Also, my computer is literally like fire. I guess it's probably should be clean soon then. It's like actually heating up my room. Oh, funny story. I used to have a PlayStation 4, and I ended up having to cut a little box out of the casing so the fan had actually access to breathe. And during the winter, when I was living with my fiance in his bedroom, when I was still in high school, he was in college. We don't have that much of an age difference, I promise. I just took a victory lap and was like, fuck it. Anyways, we didn't have the heat on at all in this house. And we heated the entire basement floor using the PlayStation 4 while running The Last of Us while he was doing tournaments. It was hilarious, man. Yeah. Anyways, many female staff members run out screaming. Danny stands confused for a second. Before walking out and back into the conference room. All while thinking about how he does not want to lose his job. How should I have it be? Because it wasn't Danny that used intangibility, it was Dr. Sides, but actually I could have him just know about her. That'd be... Well, she's an interdimensional being, kind of. Not really. She's kind of like Deadpool. I should just have her be like, NASA knows that she's not even from this universe, and she's just there, working there for funsies, really. And she's got portal tech, so they just keep her around. I should just have her written in as that. Because I haven't really built on the crew members of that much yet. I could start with her, build on to, say, the captain and everyone else next, and... This is why I should really start flushing out my stories before jumping in and getting, like... How many people are following this? Almost 500 people following in it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I should really flush these ideas out way in advance and then actually have like a written down plan instead of just winging it. But you know what? I'm just winging it. Now I'm thinking about, what is my #1 story at the moment? Statistics. Fandom views by hits. Holy shit. I'm 100 away from 10,000 hits on Crying Is Okay. Ah! I don't know what I'm going to do for that, but that's terrifying. I'm at 210 subscriptions on my work. That's terrifying. Okay. I wonder if I worked that hard on Twitch, would I get to that point? Because I work pretty hard on this, but then again, I can literally be like half asleep in the bed, not even dressed. Got an energy drink in one hand and a bottle of wine in the other and start writing. I don't do that, I promise. Don't do that, it's a horrible idea. No, most of the time I'm just like... Actually, I more so end up writing in the bath. Just get distracted with bubbles and... My bird just hanging out. Okay, my bird's weird. He likes to hang out in the bathroom when I'm having a bath because I don't know. He just kind of chills there and stares at himself in the mirror. He's a very vain little creature. Okay, I think I'm officially getting tired, and I think I want to lay down to finish this. Got like, I think 200 more words I added today, so progress is progress. Heck, it's better than me writing one sentence at a time, which I have done in the past. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm just gonna end the stream now, I think. Unless I do I want to drag it out to an hour and 30? No. No, I do not. I'm just gonna end it, call it a night, and... go to bed so I'm not late in the morning and panicking when I get a call from a staff member being like, hey, you're not here, the door's locked, and I can't get into the store unless you show up. So yeah, I'm gonna continue playing with this pencil. Good night, everyone. Have a lovely day or night, depending on where you are, or whenever you're watching this. I have no idea. I'm gonna call it a night because it's almost midnight, and yeah.